See if our stream will work tonight. Can we make our stream work tonight? Studio. Let's see what happens. Dashboard. Videos. Live. Are we live again? Are we live this time? Just gonna see. If we are live. It says we are, but it's just unclear. Why does it keep on wanting me to fill these in? I've had YouTube for so long, but never got around to using it for much. Hopefully we're live. I would dearly love us to be. And I hope it is like bug free. I am currently, where's like the it should be like a studio, like not the dashboard, but let's go live, but I'm already live, so I don't want to do that. I want to go back and I want to find the current live stream. Ah, yeah, you get to it through this app. Okay. I'll leave that open. And I will just go in through this thing. Hopefully this works. Okay, it looks like we are working. Sort of. 2 minutes in. Yeah, about 2 minutes in. Okay, good enough. Okay, thanks. Thanks for that. I can never tell, and like there's so much desync between this live stream app and YouTube. Like I'm using this action program to do some stuff. Like this action program here is pretty useful. So yeah. Anyway, what do we want to cover tonight? I have some little scripting notes here that I made for like live stream scripting tasks that I want to approach. We have more of our, just some stuff that we were covering in the last one. Never got around to role whitelisting, so I want to finally hammer at something for that this session. That's like a priority. We'll just like we'll write like priority. I want to do a bit more with that AI revive stuff. I don't want to do much testing for it. I felt like yesterday we did a lot of testing for it. So I just want to add some lines today and then hope for the best and then like test it tomorrow or something. I have a few little objectives there. I want to, this will be an easy one, test the smoke countermeasure effectiveness. Changes made to the vehicle manifest icons. I want to tweak the options menu as well, like the, see if we can go in and have a look. I want to tweak this options menu here just to make it bigger. Like, I know some communities have actually made it bigger, and it's a really good idea. Like, I want it a bit bigger, and then I need, just for some of the changes I'm adding, I need more space here for more tick boxes. So that is going to be a task as well. This is more like trial and error. Like, I know how to do it. This is like an old way of doing menus. I don't like doing this way anymore. I like doing it completely in script, but this is like config. So we'll have to be in the editor to adjust this. And then we'll just like make it bigger, find a good spot for the back button, and then add more tick boxes. It's like a way on the back burner to make this look better, like have it all aligned to the left, the text sort of thing. That is, you know, maybe in the future, I don't know. I don't like doing config stuff, like dialog stuff. It's very boring. I like scripting a bit more than config work. And then I made an adjustment. I was noticing on Tanoa, even on like communities running the server, that it had a lot of fog. The fog's great, but it's already a hard terrain to play on. And I didn't want, like, the fog's not supposed to be like fog. It's supposed to be like low level when it's raining, that like there's a lot of humidity. It's meant to be like humidity fog, like low to the ground, mainly when it's raining and then shortly after it's raining for a bit. But it was just too foggy and it was like washing out all the colors. So I went in and adjusted like the terrain weather configs that we used just to get rid of some of the fog. It was just it was affecting gameplay, I found, just watching people play on it. It was just a bit too heavy, and on top of the trees and everything, it was just a bit too challenging. So we got rid of that. What else? Yeah, on the server a couple days ago, someone reported that they were kicked for AFK while they're flying a UAV. So I've gone in and tested some stuff there. So I've made changes actually for this. That's another little bug that I want to ensure is fixed. And then just a couple exploring things. Like, this is a big part of Arma scripting as well, is trying out new stuff. Like, if you're always doing the same things, then and like not looking at new ways of doing things and new technologies, then you don't really do anything new. Like, you might notice that, okay, the framework that we made is like, it's not new anymore. Like, maybe in 2016, 2017 it was new. So it's not new now. But at the time, it was doing a lot of stuff that no one had spent the time to do. Just a lot of the way the scripting was done, a lot of the little features we had were just new and different. And there's still some things that, like the vehicle trophy system's a good example. That came from just playing around with stuff and then realizing what was possible and then just deciding to go ahead and make something of it. So it's important also to spend time like exploring stuff, not just like banging out scripts. So we're gonna do a bit of exploration as well. And the other, like, how to detect. I want to explore like how to detect if a player is like stuck inside rocks. But obviously, like, we don't, like, caves are a thing. Okay, there's not too many caves, but we want to make sure that players like with rocks above them for some gameplay reason aren't getting detected by it. And then I want to explore like user action event handlers, which is like a new thing that they've added to Arma. If I go into event handlers over here, like the Arma Wikipedia. And so there's new user action event handlers that they've added. These are the old ones. This is the old one, and then they've added a couple new ones. If I can find them. Maybe I can't find them. They're somewhere here. There they are. Yeah, so these new ones came like a few months ago. I want to play around with that and see what's possible. So that'll be a maybe we'll get around to that. Anyway, we'll see. I do want to look at stuck in rocks. That's a big one. Anyway, so maybe we'll start with like testing smoke countermeasure effectiveness. I know this is a big one, like smoke countermeasures don't work very well in general. So I want to change that. I want to do like a nice long sight line. Maybe a runway somewhere. Runway will do. So I'm gonna teleport down there actually. So right now we're like yeah, we're just working on vehicle countermeasures. We'll spawn in something. A NATO tank. Good old slammer. We'll spawn in a slammer. Get in the driver. We're gonna allow ourselves to be hit the first time, so I'll set this to damage off. So we're gonna get rid of our damage. Just check what's going on. Make sure YouTube's functioning properly. If I can find it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, so why is that so delayed? Okay, now we're synchronized, sort of. There we go. So we're gonna set damage off. Maybe for ourselves too. And this is gonna be like a test without the system on. So we want to spawn an enemy missile specialist AT at good top down range, which is about good top down range. Maybe like out here. He's pretty far away, so he might not see us. I want him to see us though. He needs like a spotter in his team. There we go. So he put like a nice long optic in his team. So we're gonna let him shoot at us. Top down. We're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna let it hit. Oh, there's our trophy. That's nice. Trophy's working. On trophy, there it is. Alright, that's very cool. I love seeing that. Like, that script right there, that was not in the Arma community until we did it. Now, like, a couple of communities have, or a couple modders have, like, borrowed the idea, to put it like that. But for the most part, it's, like, completely new and interesting. That's why, those are the things, though, those are, like, the little victories, like, in Arma. It's like when you do something, and then you go to, like, the mod list, or, like, the modding community, and you haven't seen it done anywhere else. At least the way you want it to be. Anyway. Now we'll go to our commander seat for our smoke screens. And now we're going to do this again, but we're going to deploy smoke. So maybe we'll spawn our sharpshooter first, guy with the long optic. And now I'll spawn our missile specialist. We'll spawn our missile specialist in the squad, and then we're going to deploy our smoke and see just whether it works or not. Make this guy very good. We're gonna wait till this guy pulls his like rocket out. I want them like, there he goes. Alright. Alright, game time. So, smoke screen now. And over they go. Oh shit. Okay, he's shooting a lot more of them. I didn't expect all that. Okay. I was like overwhelmed there. I mean, the smoke screen can get overwhelmed actually, so that's an okay test. I need more smoke screen back. I wish there's an easy way, like, do you like the trophy, like when you go up to an ammo vehicle, like a one of these, it'll rearm everything, but it doesn't rearm like the scripted trophy system. That's one of the things I very much hope is captured in the user event handler exploration we're going to do. So I'll show an example. So now I have... never mind. Too hard to explain. Basically I want like natural rearming, also rearm the trophy system. So we're gonna try again. I want the missile countermeasure to work better. Get our sharpshooter up. And we will spawn our guy. Just our guy, that's what he is. Okay, game time again, let's go. So, wait for the fire. Oh shit. Okay, that one went over us with the smoke screen, very good. Smoke screen again, and it went over us. Yes. So that's that thing right there, like that event right there, was completely protected, like we didn't die. So we didn't get hit. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink. I'm actually very tired tonight. So we're not going to do a late one like last night. That was too much. Okay, I want to do one more. Just to prove. And the key is to wait till the missile trajectory is going away from you. Like if he fires like a hard and fast shot that's aimed right at you already, it's... how should I say it? It's gonna hit you anyways. Like this missile thing, like with top down, like that's the one you want to block. Like you want to block the top down, like the direct fire, like the Maz or whatever. Oh, where are you going? Like the direct fire ones are very. That's like the trophy system's bread and butter, is blocking those direct fire shots. What it's not good at is top down. So I want to use the smoke as an alternative to like if you get attacked by a top down, I want smoke to be like the tool. And like if you get attacked by the direct attack like Verona or something, then you can just rely on the active protection system. So we will try again. Missile specialist should be go time right away. Yep. Alright, let's go. Alright. Commander seat. There's the missile coming. Wait till it's aimed away. Smoke screen above us. Uh-oh. This one again. Okay, too much. That one worked at least. Like that. That's something, hey, like, so 2 smoke screens. We used our smoke screens, but we're still alive. So I think that's like a win, like, that's what I want. I think that's a very cool little, little script. It's not very good, like, we're gonna try it against direct attack. We have no trophy left. I wonder if I can hack that. Set variable, yes, APS ammo, say 6. True. So we'll hack our APS ammo a bit higher. We're gonna go with a heavy AT this time. I want to see like the direct attack guys. Rifleman, heavy AT. We'll just see how this guy does. This is the Verona. It's gonna be a different flight profile. See, it's still gonna... the smoke pops, but it's still aimed at us. So it actually doesn't do that well against direct attack. And now we have to... there's no like guided missiles like fired from the air in this vanilla framework. Like communities have modified it so vehicles like Kajman have guided air to ground, but in the default there's no, like in this version I'm working on here, the vanilla version if you will, there's no guided air to ground. I wanted to test it against that, but I'm pretty sure it'll work just the same. So yeah, it seems to work. It's mainly for top down. Let's do one more. Just some ammo. I'm not doing like a directional thing either with this one. I probably should, but I'm just not. Like, too much effort. Maybe I should, I don't know. Actually, maybe I should. Because right now, like it shouldn't be effective against this. Like, the smoke's just going the wrong direction. I should probably, I might have to do something about this. Alright, so the shot's coming from behind. So it shouldn't be as effective. That should have still hit. What just happened? Oh shit. Okay. Pop another. Intercepted. Alright, this one's gonna do some damage here. Yes, it's from the back, so the active protection didn't work. I might have to do something about that. I'm not even sure. This one is deployed. Problem is handling like all the different vehicles. Like if it's just the slammer, I can set like, you know, get the turret direction, and then if it's roughly in the field of view of the shooter, the missile shooter, then we can do something about it. And if it's not, when the smoke's deployed, then we let it hit us, sort of thing. Like, let the player take the hit. So I feel like that I don't want to, because that's like a bit of extra work on a script that was supposed to be easy, but it's might be important enough that we should. I don't know. I'll look at like what we used for the I'll look at what we used for the active protection system. That might be a hacky workaround, so that they're both using the same like blind spot code. Let's see if I can use the APS blind spot code. Vehicle APS params. Alright, APS blind spot type. So we can hack into that. SQL type string exit with params type. This is our active protection system, like the trophy system, blind spot. Basically getting like the direction of like the hull and the turret. So like if that's our shooter with the trophy down the end of down there, then if our turret is aimed here, then the trophy isn't gonna work. It just won't work in that case. It's actually pretty cool. Like this vehicle does have a little trophy system on it. Like see these little holes. That little thing right there pops out and controls the trophy system, which is pretty cool. And it's on both sides, so it's pretty good coverage. Some of the tanks have it, some don't. But we like the system, so we just give it to everyone. So yeah, if the turret is facing this way, then it's gonna hit. Also, if the hull is facing that way, it's gonna hit. You just want to be like, for the trophy system to work, like you want to be presented towards the shooter. Oh, now I'm just spinning. I'm like in the gunner seat, but I'm spinning. Yeah, so maybe we use this blind spot function. So what do we got here? These are like the tanks with turrets systems on it. Else, if it doesn't have like a big turret on it, then we use the hull direction vehicle. So we need the projectile. We need the projectile. That's something. Wonder if I can bang out something and just work something here. So type would be APS blind spot. I'm just looking at the params right here. I'm looking here and here to see what we need to feed this function to make it work. Type vehicle. I'm not sure what that third param is. I think it's just empty. We don't need it anyways. And then the fourth one is the projectile. So I can do x select 0, call QS function vehicle APS params. So we might be able to get away with this. Like, this is logical. It is logical, actually. I think we're getting away lightly here, because it's a big pain in the ass to like go through all the different tank types to apply, like to have smoke countermeasures and like apply like a turret direction, like this weapon direction stuff too. This is like one of the perks, hard-earned perks of like doing a lot of dev work, is that you have access to like a library of functions. So we are just tapping into an existing library right here to get something done quickly and easily. APS blind spots, x like zeros, type string, yes. Type vehicle, yes. Type is equal to APS blind spot. Oh, okay. So now we want to get rid of this. And it's just a projectile now. So we got that. And what are we doing here? So if the blind spots, if the vehicle yet their projectile is greater than 160 or less than 200, so if the projectile is coming from behind, then false. So this is determining whether the system will work. This is determining whether the system will work, or whether, so we'll put like a, so in blind spot, we'll use that. Use a variable that's easy to understand. So if in blind spot, so this returns true, then it's in the blind spot, which is not the case. If it returns false, delta dir, vehicle up direction, delta dir, that's, I don't know. Vehicle, get rid of their projectile is greater than 160. So the projectile is coming from behind, then return equals false. So if the projectile is coming from behind, then false. I'm having like a mental blank here, sorry. I'm very tired. Kind of land vehicle, blind spots, false. This is a poorly named type. Should have been more descriptive on what this block of code's actually doing and what the return means. So if, we're just going to do our own condition here. If APS blind spot call vehicle params, then APS should work. Else APS defeated because blind spot. Missile approaching in blind spot. We're obviously going to test this as well. we're going to test this bit of code. I'm just like working on it here so I can see what's going on here. Sometimes you do this and then like you accidentally leave this block of code in when you recompile everything and then you get errors. You're like, oh crap, I forgot to remove that useless block. So we're going to do remove event handler fired man, player add event handler fired man. Give ourselves a bit of code there. Go in here, grab our existing params. We'll grab our bit of code that is managing this system, sort of down here. We're just gonna take the easy bit. Incoming missiles not equal to, and now we want to operate on the missile here. We want our function to operate on the missile. So APS blind spots, then the APS should work. Else system chat shooter in blind spot. Ha 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 ha. For when it gets defeated, lucky you. So we're going to try this bit of code. Vehicle, yes, that's fine. Vehicle, X-leg 0, that's fine. Lucky you, else blind spot, incoming missiles. So we're going to test this bit of code just to see if our thing works. Where am I? Okay, right here. Let's present ourselves to the shooters. We'll execute our bit of code. So we're just watching the chat box when we execute this. Should make sure we got. We need more smoke screen. That would help. Give ourselves some smoke screens. Get rid of our shooter. Alright, he's shooting. Alright, let's get ready. Smoke screen. Okay. Not what I wanted. There should have been some messages in chat about that. There was not, which is a problem. I wonder why. I wonder if there's probably a problem with the code, that's why. Almost always. It's because of a script error somewhere. That's pretty fast and loose with this line. So maybe X-leg 0. I'm just looking for bugs. Vehicle APS params. I wonder what vehicle it's accessing. Should be okay. APS blind spots. Why didn't we get what we were looking for? This is why everything takes so long. So we're going in. Yeah, so we're not getting any like we should be getting an indication that this is working. Like it should say system chat added. We're not even getting that, which means there's a script error. Player remove event handler. Oh, that's why. Wrong syntax for this function, remove event handler. Remove all event handlers. Yes. That's like a bit rusty with these functions, so system chat added. Yes. Okay, we're good. trying to do something while live. Vehicle player. Do sleep 1. Vehicle player. Set vehicle ammo 1. That should keep us. Oh no, I did something very bad there. I have to spawn that bit of code. Like executed it in unscheduled space, so it like almost froze the game. So we'll execute that, and that'll keep our smoke shells topped up. So now we should get some feedback in the chat box about whether our system worked or not. See what happens. Missile out. No feedback in the chat box, man. It's kind of annoying. Why didn't we get feedback? Out of an handler, fired man. I just don't know. Vehicle, call APS params. Something should have happened, man. Something should have happened. Don't tell me it's the vehicle. It's not a vehicle event handler. And now there's just frustrations. Added gunner, I just want some feedback. Yeah, okay, so we're getting some feedback there. I want more feedback, so let's see. Commander seat, countermeasure, yeah, more feedback, that's good. Why did we get nothing though? Why did we get nothing? System chat, stir that. I'm just gonna re-add this function. I re-added that. This guy has no trouble seeing through the fog. Look at that. My tank is, oh maybe he does. Tank is behind the fog. It's actually a good test here to see at what point the smoke dissipates enough for him to see through. There it goes. No more smoke left. He's still just doing nothing. There, we need another. Here we go. Some feedback. Give me some feedback here in the chat. Not in like the YouTube chat. I mean like I'm looking at the system chat box here. Nothing shows up, man. Nothing's showing up. I don't know. I don't know. I need to find out what's going on here. Incoming missiles. It should be having an effect though. So I found the problem. Our variable is undefined, but why? Client vehicle event. Incoming missile. We probably just need to define it first, actually. This is another rookie mistake. Alright. Just define our array. Maybe move ourselves a bit closer. Get in to our commander seats. I don't know where these guys are going. This mission trips me out sometimes. Alright. We'll leave the code in. And we'll just see what happens. Come on. There we go. This is going away. Alright, I'm much happier now. I have a sense of peace. Those missiles aren't even being tracked because they're not coming at us anymore. That's actually a problem. I wanted to do something. Draw 2D, draw 3D. Okay, I see. I think I see. I think I see. So that was quite good actually. Now we can test our blind spot stuff. Now we're just going to turn around so that the shooter is in our blind spot. And then we're going to try from here. Hopefully once this smoke disappears. I want to see if the missile still gets intercepted. Look at this Arma AI driving for you. Look at this vehicle doing his best to navigate the dense jungles of Noah. Look at him go. This is Arma AI driving, and they told me it wasn't broken. They argued that it wasn't broken. Broken to me. Alright, so blind spots. Let's get our missile specialist up. Oh, auto kick bug client. Okay. Well, I just got kicked from my own dev server. Go figure. That kick, I mean, it shouldn't have happened, but it can happen, and it's very useful to have that. It's like if systems aren't working, either the player is like bugged and is screwing everything up, or you just boot them. So we shouldn't need too much effort to test this. Get rid of all those guys. Spawn in our tank. Same one. I wish this terrain was free for everyone to play. It's so much better than Altus. I absolutely hate Altus, to be honest. Just it's so open and flat. You can't do anything with the AI because players can just sit on a hilltop and see them coming from so far away, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you do something about it, they bitch. So I just like to know it because you can do stuff with scripting that isn't like spawning stuff miles away. So it's a more interesting terrain for me. Alas. So we'll do our sharpshooter. Get him eyes front. We need our bit of code again though. We need this bit. Need this bit to work. So we'll execute this. Oh, that too. Yeah, we want that too. And then we'll execute this. Added. And then we'll add our missile specialist. Just want to see if it's actually in the blind spot. So we're testing whether the blind spot works. Nope, that's an AA guy on AT. Here it comes. Popped. I think that one's just flying away. Oh, that's not flying away. It just didn't come up on our detection. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, game. What went wrong here? System chat. We got that. Incoming missiles is not equal to that. Our script is just not doing what we want yet. That's unfortunate. We'll go back out there. Put this code back on. We'll make ourselves invincible. Spawn our tank. Hop in. So why, oh why? I want to make this tank invincible too. Auto kicked again, man. I don't even know, to be honest. Auto kicked bug plant. I have no idea. There's something wrong with my connection, which is unfortunate. I don't know why I run Battle Eye. Like, I probably shouldn't run Battle Eye doing this stuff. But I do. That's a pain. Try again. I'm gonna cheat a little bit now. Just because I want to cheat. Alright. We're in our tank. Allow damage false on this thing. There, allow damage false. Best we can do. I'll spawn some AI here. So we'll go our sharpshooter again. Where's my bit of code? Got there. I have to define this one or this thing first. Just fine. Add this. System chat go. It should all just work, to be honest. It's supposed to just work. Add their code. Spawn our missile specialist. Nope, this is our guy again. AT, yep. Rocket out. Commander seat. And pop. Added go. Our function's failing somewhere. It's still going at me. This one will hit. Okay. So we're getting to the go stage, and then we're failing. So we're getting to here. And then we're not getting into here. What was that function reporting anyways? Reporting the missile and the unit. Okay. Select 0. select one. Execs. I'm just looking for more errors. We're progressing through, we're getting to here. And then we're not getting past vehicle APS params. So I'm gonna do a little cheating now. Vehicle system chats. There, this. I wonder if our vehicle is reporting properly. Gunner. Yeah, the vehicle seems to be working. Vehicle. I wonder what the vehicle is. So we will check the vehicle type on the fired event. Yeah, it seems to be working. That's working. So that's not our problem's not with a variable type. APS blind spot. Params projectile. Vehicles kind of X equal to 1. I'm just looking for errors here. I just don't see X like 0. That should be right. System chat. Set missile target. X like 0. Original or XD. I'm going to add in another thing here. I'm just going to separate this out into a line. So we'll just see what that reports, if anything. Shooting blind spots. This looks okay. Incoming missiles. Well, all seems okay. All just seems okay. It's just slightly frustrating. Vehicle player. Set vehicle ammo. See, like, this is supposed to be a 15-minute thing, and here we are, like, not 15 minutes later. This is why there's so few big projects. Alright, missile out. Oh shit. Go. We're still just getting to the go stage. We're not getting where we need to go. It must be this function call here. It must just be our function call. I wonder why. Type if exit with type just like 0 is equal type string, yes. Vehicle, let's see, vehicle APS params. APS params. QSFNC vehicle APS params. We'll see if this function exists. I'm sure it does. It's just, this is ridiculous. Yep. Yeah, we got a response there. X looks 0. quite. So we're just failing in here, and it wasn't to do with this or this. Remote exec CMD. There's an error in here somewhere that I cannot see. I can't see it. Cannot see it. Why would this not be working? So APS blind spots. Got our vehicle. That works. X0. I wonder if this function itself is not working. Maybe that's why. That'd be pretty odd. Don't know what to say about this bug. It's just not working. Call. What are we actually returning? We're returning a yeah, APS blind spot return is just a bool. Nothing special. Actually, here's a little thing I can do. A little micro optimization. One of many. All right. I'm still just looking for why this function's failing here. We're getting into there, we're getting here, and then we're not getting into our array, which is a pain. I don't need a return, it's just for each. Maybe this needs a return. I'm sure that's not it, but what else can I go on here? It's slightly strange. We're going to test again. Code's added. Missile specialist. Shoot her up. Missile's coming. Pop that. I mean, that was good, but slightly confusing. Popped, it hit. I mean, this is good. Like, this is encouraging. So nothing, like the trophy system didn't work, which is correct because we're facing away. I just can't understand why. Cool. Why we're getting here, but we're not getting to here. Call I'm gonna do something really stupid now. This is just gonna abuse this function to get something out of it. Tank cursor object. Give it a name. System chat stir. Too much. QS tank. And instead of a projectile, we'll just use ourselves. So we'll see what this reports. Should report something. reports true. Now we're in the vehicle blind spot. Should report false. Yes. Now we should report true. Should be true again. Alright. So we're getting something out of it here. So our function is working. Like it's like tank and player. So it must be this x leg 0. So I want to again report what that array is. I'll just add here as well. So I don't have to keep writing it. Add it back. Maybe actually add ammo to the right weapon. Specialist AT. Oops. Commander seat. And Titan missile. So we did report. They're reporting an object and a shooter. Which isn't a bad thing, so. Object and shooter. Oh, is this like. I think I know. I think I know. Okay, I've found the bug. The bug is not in here. It's like 0. So yeah, the bug's not in here. I have figured it out though. It's the way I'm adding projectiles to the incoming missiles. To illustrate it, what I want, the bug's right here. This is the bug, this line right here is the problem. Let's go back into the function we've been abusing, APS params. So that's our problem line. And what this is doing is just not what I want. So basically, I believe what it's doing is it's taking an array and I'm adding like a projectile and a shooter to it. And I want to add it like this, like projectile, shooter, and then I want another little sub array in here, like so every time a weapon gets launched at us, I'm trying to have it appear like this in the array. But what's happening is it's being added like this. You see, so it's now not, now it's just a single flat array with things in it, instead of a nested array, which is like, this is a nested array here, where it's like arrays inside arrays. This is what it should be, but this line here is not doing that. This line here is just adding it flat, I think. And to fix that, we just need to add a second set of brackets here. So yeah, that should fix it. So we're going to once again hack this thing apart. Take our APS params. This is now a bit more complicated. Vehicle player, add event handler, incoming missile. Take this bit of fixed code that we just created. There's a little bit of fixed stuff here. So we're going to add our set of extra brackets there. Now we're going to remove the existing one. So alright, so we'll do this. Actually, we'll do everything here. Let's do everything. Alright, this should work. I am confident now. I can just tell when there's a bug, and then, like, I don't know, you just get a sense for when you're making like a logic error or when there's just a bug in the code. So I knew there's a bug, it just wasn't in front of us, it was in another file. So now we'll switch to our commander seat. Get fired on. Shooter, now look in the chat, shooter in blind spot. Ha ha ha. That means the scripted stuff we're doing doesn't work. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. This one should hit us. Actually, it did come up as like lucky you for one of those shots. I think that was one interesting. So if you, that means like, I think that's perfect actually. So say like the guy's way back, like where he shot from there, but you quickly turn around and launch the smoke, it's going to block, like it's going to work. It's just you have to be facing it when you deploy the smoke, which I think is pretty good. I'm actually happy. I'm pretty happy. Okay, now we'll take our changes. Take the changes we made here and bake it into the file. Obviously not like this though. So I want to make sure vehicle event incoming missile, we put our set of extra brackets here. We had an issue earlier where like, because this array wasn't predefined, it wasn't being built. So we're going to go into our init file. Going to go into our init file and add our thing. So incoming missiles, false. Cool. So we add that to our list of things to find it. Mission starts. Vehicle APS params. In this file, what do we want to do? So we'll take our bit of code here that we created. Take that to our file. So this is the block. Wait, what did we do? So I copied the whole array. I copied the for each loop part. So this is our block. Instead of just this, now we're doing a blind spot check. To make sure that our function is doing what it should. And close this. Alright. So the chance like this little script will work, like there's a random chance here based on the damage of the vehicle. So if your vehicle's heavy damage, like 0.5, then it's 50% chance that this thing will work. If it's 0 damage, then it's like 100% sort of thing. So smoke launcher, damage 1, incoming missiles. I think this is better than the default, like the vanilla smoke launcher thing. Like it takes more consideration of vehicle orientation towards the missile. So APS blind spot vehicle xlog 0 for array. Xlog 0. I do have to check that though. I have to validate to make sure. So check after. Actually, I'll put a to test for that. That's done. I also created some manifests, some vehicle manifest icons for the crew display. So I'm going to move on from this. That's enough on this for now. I do have to delete all this junk from this file. Created a lot of crap to get that bit to work. Oops, that's not what we want. So, yes, that is good. I did do a small change here. I want to make sure I don't have too many races here. That looks good. Alright. That's fixed. This bit's fixed. Reload that. Quite so. Alright. Good enough for now. Oh, that's good enough for now. So I'm going to move on from this tank thing. So that's done-ish. Test our vehicle manifest. This is pretty easy, this vehicle manifest thing. Even to test, it's pretty easy. We just like spawn a squad, put them into our vehicle, and then nothing happens. Yes, that is how Arma goes. I think I have to relog, like I was changing some scripts there. I'm just gonna relog and see what happens. Basically, we're looking at like that list of players on the side of the screen in the vehicles. We want to make sure it's presented in the new way. Like the new way is like we'll actually have the player icons there, sort of like in the roles menu now. We're gonna have like the player icons for most of them. Mortar gunner has like a mortar thing there. UAV with the UAV, pilot, jet, commander, yada yada yada. So we're going to a vehicle, not teleport. Right here. Spawn ourselves like a tank or something. APC Marshall's good. Yeah, okay, on the sides, I don't like, I wish it was like straight up and down. But on the side you'll see like the player types, like the side of the screen. You'll see like the player types in the vehicle. That's sort of how it's gonna be. So say we like, I would get all these guys out. Say we put like medics. So a few medics. I can also put other stuff like group and stuff in there. But I find group isn't that important to how the mission is played at the moment, so I'm just leaving it. That's not quite right. There's some medics in there, and they're not being displayed as medics. Wonder why. I think it's because I'm grabbing... I know why. I'm treating them as players, and players aren't like class-based anymore, they're like trait-based roles. So the roles that we have for players are not the same as the roles the AI use. Just for simplicity. We gotta go into our function here. Are we gonna find it? You know, my finger actually hurts from like scrolling up this list so many times. Like my finger, I have like arthritis from scrolling in this file over the years. Okay. So we'll get to our vehicle manifest display. And we'll see how our stream is doing. Yeah, I wouldn't have figured that out either. I'm just reading the YouTube chat. Yes, Brian, I almost didn't figure that out. That was quite tricky. It was only when I started like reporting the what the array looked like into chat, I was like, wow, that's a flat array. Like, why is it not nested? There's not enough square braces there, square brackets there. And then I knew because I've run into this problem many years ago as well. It's just like a flaw with how there's script commands that make it very, very easy to see if you're doing it right, but I do it in a very stupid way, just because well, there's no real good reason why I do it the way I do. Yeah, an hour or so to find a bug, and the bug was in a different file than the bit we were working on. Yes, that is Arma. And I paid the price for how I format things right there. Bad formatting, and it takes an hour to find the problem. Basically what I should do, like this line right here is the problem. Like this is a really stupid way to add elements to an array. Like what you should do is like a normal non-smooth brain would just do this. Projectile shooter. There. That is what a non-idiot would do. But I'm an idiot and do it like this. So I pay the price sometimes. Because it's not intuitively obvious. Like this little thing here works. But when you apply the same with the plus command instead of pushback, then it like tries to add one array to another and like combines. This is like a combine button or a combine operator almost. Not really add or append. It's like combine. So yeah, this is the easy way. And if I just done this initially, we wouldn't have had that problem. But I do it in a stupid way. So occasionally I have problems. Anyway, where was I? Ah yeah, it's our vehicle crew display. Go back to our client core. So what's happening is we're doing the unit get variable for the icon man. But this unit role icon is only being applied to players. AI have no understanding of it. So we have to just do a simple it's actually a little annoying as well. It's a little annoying to do this. Now we have to fork it off. We should have to do stuff for this. Alright, so we're gonna create another variable up here. But I don't want to declare it here initially. So I'm gonna find where this variable starts. It'll be like, oh, it is here, okay. So I'll find where it is in the private array, just up here, and I'll go role icon. I'll make sure there's no duplicates. Oh, no. Count one match. Okay, no duplicates of what I want to do. So we'll use this role icon thing here. We'll go back and we'll do role icon equals if is player what unit? Yeah, if is player units, then else. This is our AI bit, this is our player bit. So over player, we do Don't ask me why I put the str command there. It's just has to be like that to work. So role icon, if is player unit, then string get variable else. Now we have to do some other jank to make this work. But we can probably borrow code. So if I go to the map, get them out of the vehicle, look around. So the icon is showing up on the map. So I'm gonna go to our map function and see if there's any variables that I can borrow here. Did my stream reboot or something? Looks like it did. It's like starting from 6 minutes. Yeah, so we're gonna go to and borrow another function here. Yeah, also like if you want to read stuff, it's all just online, like GitHub, Apex framework. So all the code's just like sitting here. So the files that I'm looking at, you can just look at in here as well. This is all online. You can just this folder that I'm scrolling through right here, it's all up here as well. So yeah, if you want to review or whatever, I don't know. So we're going to look at our map stuff just to see how we get our icons. Wow, last modified, let's change that. 2.1.4 2.08. So we're gonna look at our unit icons. On map, single click to low, icon units. No, that's not it. That's the wrong file. Icon text, icon size, icon type. Here we go. Where am I? I thought I got rid of this code. Maybe not. Is equal to -1, then get else you get variable, get role icon map. I have to look at this bit of code again. This line should not be here. I don't think. Unit role icon. So if it is player, then else. So this is the variable we're using for if I is equal to. So we're going to use this bit of code right here. Type, and instead of VT, we'll do type of. So if I is equal to, so I'm going to copy a little bit of this. Client core. Equal icon type. Type of unit. We'll go type of unit, and then if there's no return, then what do we want? We want this. If there's no return. Crap, I gotta do that string thing again. Yeah. This has to be heavily validated. Like if there's any bugs in the script, it'll crash everything. So I have to make sure this works every time. Change space, get variable, type of units. I just don't like creating new variables, that's all. This should work though, I'm pretty confident. String. I'm pretty confident. Role icon. Yep, I'm happy with that. You know, I said that with last time, and the time before, and the time before. But what I don't want with the script, like I'm making it work for remote control as well. Sorry to cough. I'm making it work for remote control, so say I spawn like this, ghost hawk, and then I want to remote control it. Sometimes maybe I do want the manifest on the side, although not there. I might have to recompile to make this work. I'll do that now. I have to like made some changes to the mission, so I have to apply those. Delete our existing one. Too fast. Wait till this closes. Server's gone. So, Jesus. Delete already. There we go. Launch up Arma again. Yeah, I added this line today as well. Like the idea is that you want to see who's in your vehicle unless you're like flying a UAV. Like the UAV has crew in it as well, like a gunner and a driver, but you don't need to see those crew. You don't care. Like it's just a robot. Like it's software. You don't need to see the software names in your plane or UAV, darter or whatever it is. So I want to exclude those units. Anyway, let's see if we can get this working. Open it up. Launch our server. What other stuff do I want to change in this file? Not too much. It's pretty good. It does everything I want it to. If it ain't broke, that's the thing. If it ain't broke. If it ain't broke. Alright. So, let's get out of the editor. Multiplayer, direct. So we're just testing our vehicle manifest display here. Oops, spawned in before all the vehicles. Cool. So ideally what I want there. Ideally what I want. Wish I could, like the problem in the published mission file up on GitHub now is that I spawn these helicopters with simulation off just for performance reasons. Like these right here, as they are sitting here, are using up server resources, like a lot of server resources, just to have them sitting on the ground looking pretty. So I like to disable like the simulation on them until someone goes to use them. But in Arma, devs in all their wisdom said, alright, players shouldn't be able to get into simulation disabled vehicles. So now we have in the mission file, like on the published version, people can't get into helicopters because of that. Yeah. Don't get me started on that. Alright, I forgot to change my role. Go role selection pilot. Which one? We'll just use this closer. So You're a pilot. Get some crew in here. Team of guys. Okay. On the sides, they're just normal units. Just maybe that's good, maybe it's bad. Let's check on the map. They are. They're just normal guys, so maybe that was a false alarm. I want medics, so because you can see their icon is different. 2, 3 of those, couple auto riflemen. All you guys get in. Okay, still not how it should be, which is unfortunate, deeply unfortunate. So why would that be? They're just taking their must be just taking the default. Must be just taking the default. I don't know. This is like a very small thing. Like these are some of the. This is getting caught in the weeds to like spend time trying to debug it. Like, okay, it's not working as it should. Like it should be displaying. It should be displaying like this guy's like class right here in this icon, but it's not. I know it will for players, and I don't want to spend too long trying to fix it. So, because there's other things to work on. Like, I don't think people who appreciate me working on this stuff appreciate me spending all of my time on little things like that. I do want to check that it works in remote control, though. Yeah, cool. That's a little victory. So now we have on the map or on the display the crew manifest coming up here. Before it only worked for like crewed vehicles, but now it should work for remote controlled vehicles as well, which will help like Zeus and stuff. Like if Zeus wants to fly, that's pretty good. What else? I know I shouldn't look at it again. It's just so tempting to. Mission namespace give variable. That's, I don't know. I'll look again in some other time. It's just, it's not interesting to me right now. Format, type of units. Anyway, so I'm gonna abandon this. I'll just leave it as like work in progress. So where do we go? Whip. We'll leave that there. We'll do. Shall test the UAV. Make sure UAV doesn't have those crew thing on the display. Like, I don't want the crew to come up here. The crew. Okay, good. For a second, the crew is going up there. So remote control. The crew is coming for a second, then it disappears, which is okay. I can take that. Now the crew is there again. Wonder why. It's calling me a driver. Ah, this thing. Okay. So get out of there, and now I'll try remote control. But there is an edge case here. This is an edge case. A stomper with a guy in it. Now what happens? Yeah, okay, cool. So it shows only the guy in the seat. That's good. So a little edge case, which could have been miserable, turns out to not be an issue. Yeah, so that is in a state I'm happy with. No fog appears to be fixed. I just changed the weather configs and I haven't been seeing much fog like I used to. So I will say that that's work in progress. AI revive stuff. Let's see the state of it. Let's just see where it's at. Rifle squad, chuck one down. Little firefight. couple sentry teams. Medic's got work to do. Medic's got work to do. So he's healing the guy. That's good. Is that it? No more work to do? What if this guy went down? What if he went down? And also, what if he went down and it was a mass casualty, so he went down as well? So what do you do, medic? What do you do? Get this fella up. Yeah, you're doing good, medic. Very good. Yeah, it's pretty far, but I'm just... If you try to fix things like that, you spend all day on the tiniest minutia. Never get anything done. Alright, this guy was just moved position, so you gotta go chase him again. Wow, like a squad spawned here. Like the ambient hostility stuff. Alright, so we went over, got the guy. Good work. Good work. So, set this guy wounded. 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 Alright, medic, more work to do. Get on it. Legs are busted up. Good work. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe it's another thing that doesn't need attention now. I know it does need attention, so I worked on it with Zeus. But there's the other component, which is like, yeah, switch roles. To say I switch roles to rifleman. Now I got these medics in my squad. And I want them to also do the same. Say I go down right here. Say I go down. I want my medic to get me up. Yes. So it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. That guy's just running away. This guy came to help though. Oh, they went to get in the vehicle. Bizarre. How bizarre. I'm not even gonna ask. Like, alright. Just go. Just go. Hope you enjoyed in there. Alright. That's not too bad actually. But I did stuff. This was two parallel systems. There's the Zeus stuff, and then there's the player group stuff. So I want to transfer the Zeus changes I made in here. The Zeus script. I want to transfer this to the player group stuff. So I want to get this line, roughly this line here, should be enough. And then down to maybe this line here. Wow, this is getting complicated. So there's 3 curly braces and then the for each loop. See if I can do this without a script error. So go over to our client's AI behaviors function. And where did we go? We went from this line. And then we went down to this line. I want to go to this line now. Why is there other stuff going on there? Where is my other function that I had? So I'm gonna have a look at see why there's more changes. Unit trait medic. Job false. Okay. That's okay. How far up do I have to go here? Jesus. The innate curator. We'll go up to here again. Find AI behaviors. That goes down to there. This curly brace down to there. So this is our block here. Alright, paste it in the new one. Back it off one. Okay. Looks like we're short a curly brace. So I'm gonna do this like I'm gonna count 42 of those, 43 of those. I have 43 openers and 42 closers in this file. So I just want one more closer. It should be good. Check that. Alright, I don't anticipate bugs there. One thing that's interesting to me is this line here. Is the get suppression line. And I want to use that, but just not where it is there. I'm going to get that out. This basically says like if the unit's taking a lot of fire, then just stop working on these jobs and return fire, which is okay. But I do want him to keep going for the incapacitated units. So I want him to ignore suppression for the time being until I work on it some more. So that's that. I'm going to leave this line up here, like in the notes section of this file, though. 21, 4, 2. Alright. So this script is done. I do have to test this, though. So I just made a change and not tested it. To test, added new medic logic to client AI behaviors. That means I'll go in and test that before I publish this build anywhere else. Player kicked for AFK while flying UAV. I think I've solved that. I worked on this a couple days ago. It's an interesting bug. Basically, like checks the player's position and like checks like inputs, like are they pressing their keyboard. But if they're remote controlling a UAV for an extended period, some of that detection doesn't work. Like if they're just in their mouse or something, and their player body isn't moving around. So I changed it from player body and added a check for camera position, which is like not necessarily the player body. Like if you're in third person, the camera position is like behind. So I checked the camera position, which is different if it's like attached. Like if we go over here, the camera position is different to my player body position way over there. So just using that for the AFK check now. Hopefully it works. Alright. So I actually don't want to work on this too much right now. I feel like I did a lot yesterday. Revive incapacitated group leader. I have to test this though. This is worth testing. Actually, I already did test it. Screw that. Not doing it. Only treat when low suppression. That's another bit I don't want to work on right now. This is to test this. Stuck in rocks detection. This will be it'll be interesting to work on. Wonder how to do this though. Do I have the ability to easily do this? I think I do. I have to create a bit of code for it. Alright, let's create a. I'm just gonna do this for like 10 minutes. Not long. Not long at all. I don't need this bit anymore. Just delete all this. So what we're gonna do in here is try to detect whether a player is like stuck under rocks. So we're gonna set up a little testing script first. Test true while test do system chat exit system chat entry. Yes, test do, put a sleep in here. Yeah, sleep 1. And then we need to use some detection methods. So we'll first do some intersections, like line intersections. We'll go player private variable. I think that's how you spell it, intersections. Intersections equals line intersects surfaces, and then what is my syntax for this function? Go in here, get an example. Where's our example? Is it position wise ASL? Yeah, so get pause ASL player. And then we need to get a position like above the player. Luckily, I already have this for like detecting if the player is in a building. So I use something similar. Actually, I can just use almost all of this. Let's just use this line. Look at that. Too easy. I'm about to sneeze. All good. So intersections equals. I still want to use get pause ASL. We'll just do it the janky way. Vector add. We'll go up maybe 10 meters up in the air. We'll ignore the player object. And then what are our parameters? So ignore, sort mode, true. I don't really care about sorting. 1, how many results? So maybe 3. We'll go 3 results. Geometry, what detections do I have? Physics, geometry, roadway, view, I don't know. Array of intersections, parent objects. So let's see how this goes for a sec. We're just trying to detect rocks like above the player's head. And then give them like a chance to escape somehow. But also it can't be, like, it has to be resistant to being abused. So here's an example. There's rocks here. I want to like spawn inside them though. Oh, that hurt. Funny thing is, like I went here because I was stuck inside that rock a week or so ago. And I got the idea, how about we run some tests on this? So, this should be good. Pretty basic at the start. Nothing. Actually, it is detecting. What is it detecting? Position. What on earth is it detecting? Okay, so it's just detecting like terrain or something. So I actually want to filter that out. So we'll cancel this test. So we exit that. If intersections is not equal to empty, then intersections equals intersections. Select. What is our element? 0, 1, 2. X select 2. Select is no. X select 2. Throw some brackets around that. Alright, so this means we'll discard terrain detections. So now it's coming up empty. If I go into this hut here, it should return the hut above me. Yeah, so in the chat it's returning the hut. So if I go inside this rock here, that's actually quite a steep rock. Okay, we'll do a different one. There's a rock that I'm looking for. Maybe this one? Go under here. Yeah, so we're returning something above us. You can see in the chat we got something going on. Now we want to do a typo check. So select not as null, X select 2. And now if it's still not null, this is getting a bit funny, but intersections equals intersections apply. Now we're changing the array. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 0, 1, 2, 3. X select 0. X select 1. Those will be important later. But for now, I want to do like type of X and X select 2. Type of X select 3. I can't type anymore actually. It's pretty bad. Alright. So we'll do cancel this test. Exit that and resume. So we're not getting anything there. So we're trying to detect terrain rocks here. I wonder if the internet has a clue. Arma 3 detects terrain rocks. Nothing useful. nothing useful here. Scrap that idea. So we did have a cliff. We did have a cliff though. So get model info. X2 and get model info X3. Okay, that's better. A3 rocks. Rocks FEXP cliff, so we are detecting some useful things there. So we can search for like rock. And then what I want to do is if we're detecting that we're buried, we can just go like player, set vehicle, position, get pause ASL player, something like this, and we can just pop ourselves up on top of the rock to unstuck us. So I want to detect being stuck in the rock first. Someone's probably already done this, but I'm pretty bad for like, I don't really look to see if things have been done before I try it. So we do have a detection method. I want to see what it's like on other terrains though. Let me go to the editor. The stuff can be done in the editor. What are their terrains? I mean, Arma does Arma have rocks? I guess. Gotta be able to find rocks somewhere. I guess it does have the mountain. Okay, all good. I actually don't need to actually go in and play for this to work. I found out. So we'll spawn our guy. And then we'll just spawn our code right here. So he's detecting, we'll put our miller under the rock. And now what is it coming up with? A3 rocks F. So we do have a rock there as well. There's some edge cases though, like that I don't want to be exploitable. Like there's a cave somewhere. Where's the cave? Actually, don't even know. It's like there it is. There's a cave here that I don't want to be. You just got to account for edge cases doing this stuff. There's a cave here where the player is like able to have rocks above them, but they're not actually like stuck. I wonder if there's like a path, like some sort of path network, like AI path network for sorting that out. I don't know. I could detect for like close. Still not useful. Still not useful. I don't know. It's hard to. This is like an edge case where like the system could think the player's stuck just because he's in this area here, just like sitting in here when he's obviously not stuck. I can exclude this bit, like I can just put a blacklist area around this mountain here, around the edge case. Maybe there's one on Stratus too. To do that too. Oh no. I don't know. So I can detect rocks. So what I can do, like I'll show an example of like a script. All right, we're gonna do some like add action stuff here too. So do like player add action stuck. Do a bit of code. Player set vehicle position. Get pause SL player. Junk. This is like the unstuck thing. Private action shown false. So we have our intersections there. What is our data actually? There's way too much spam on the screen. So our data, sample 0, 1, 2, select 2, apply, apply. So we're just going to change what we're applying here. Apply, get model info, x select 2. So we'll first try this. False. Start up again. Yes, we got rock. Get model info. Select 2, select 1. That's the data we want. Yes. Test equals false. State 2. So I don't have to keep double executing there. Go again. That's better. So rocks. I want to go intersections. If rock x false of this function in string, then so we will private rock above false. So we're just trying to like set up a control structure here for displaying like a user action to get out. But we have to do some stuff first. So we're just like trying to iterate through an array of intersections. We're going to iterate through, find the word rock, do an exit with instead. Rocks above true. I'll set this to false each go. Rock above true. If rock above, then else. If rock above and not action shown, not action shown, then our private unstuck action. Nil that to start. Then unstuck action equals player add action. Grab this. So we got our unstuck action. If not rock above, if rock above and not action shown, then else. If this is why I do like certain stuff, how I've always done it. So interaction, rock, unstuck, false. Was just the structure that I've used for everything. So if then now the script knows without too much jank that there's an action shown, and then we go true. If true, then player remove action unstuck action, and then we set this back to false. So what this should do, we'll quiet it down a bit, so we'll get rid of our system chat. These are the things like these things are pretty straightforward to work on. So we have our little script here to determine whether a player is stuck under a rock, and if they are, then we give them an action to get out of it. So I'll put them in the open there. I hope there isn't still a script running. Good. First we go player allow damage false. Put our script on. Nothing on the scroll wheel. How do I get in there? Can't quite. Where are we anyways? I just like put myself in the rock. So now I have an action on my scroll wheel. I'm under the rock. I have an action that says stuck. Try to, yeah, see if I go out, the action disappears. It's no longer on the scroll menu. But then if I go under, nope, good enough. Gives me an action that says stuck. Am I stuck? I am not totally stuck, but getting there. So am I stuck? And then it sets me above the rocks. That is a little script for getting players out of the rocks. They get stuck. Unfortunately, there's edge cases that make it hard to just slap into a mission. Like here, give me basically a teleport option. I don't want to give people teleport options, much as I love them. Like this, players shouldn't be able to teleport here. So there's other stuff that has to be detected. Other stuff. I just don't know yet. I don't know how to do it yet. I can just exclude this area here because it's obvious, like rocks above. And there aren't too many places like that in Arma. So I can just do a blacklist around this area. But occasionally you can use it to teleport up, which is not what I want. I can give it as like a once per session thing. Like it's rare that people get stuck in rocks more than once. So I can have it like a limited thing, like just detecting that there's rocks, or that it's asking me if I'm stuck right here. Like I'm walking, I'm not stuck. I guess it's getting like foot position high. I should get head position. So there's problems with just adding this in as a script. But as an exercise, we've detected when the player is like stuck in a rock, overstuck. Detected that, pop them up above the rocks. It's just not suitable for just putting into a mission with players who could use it, like exploit it to like teleport around and like fast travel up mountains. Like I can like almost. You see the problem though. So yeah, that is where that is at. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do about that. You don't have to donate to me. Like, it's nice to like buy a coffee once in a while. And I do have a Patreon, but I've set it to like $5 monthly thing because I'm not spending money. Like, I'm not hosting servers anymore. Like, my running cost is quite low. So, if I had like extra money, I want to put like a Zeus server up. So that's maybe something down the line, like a Zeus server that runs the framework, and that I can keep adding stuff to. So here's a perfect example. Like there's a rock like above us here, and I can use it to get. I thought I could use it to get up. Maybe not. Yeah. So if you guys can figure out how to make this script resilient to like trolling and like abuse, then I will gladly apply it just into the framework. Like I could do it as like a one-time thing. Like if the missions or the if the server's running like a co-op mode, um, then it does like there's like the honor system. Like if it's something you use one time and it's logged, and um, like admins are notified that someone's gotten stuck and used the function, maybe it could just be added. Um, just to ease some of the Arma glitchiness. Oh, what do you think? This is like I see use here, but I also see abuse to get up places for people. I don't know. You know what I mean? So yeah, looking for feedback on this. If anyone's got some, then I'll keep the little bit of code. Like I'll keep this code snippet we have here. It's really easy to create. You see, it just took a little bit of effort. I'll probably do like I probably already do a little bit of optimization. Like I'll go from like a meter above the player to like 10 meters above the player, like 5 meters or something. So I'll do that bit. Actually, have to do. Actually, he doesn't have the action, so it's okay. So that should like weed out some of the glitchiness of it by doing proper rock detection. So I go here to my favorite spots under the rocks, and now it detects this is stuck. Whoa! Did you see that? I'm not sure if anyone saw that, but yeah, there's problems with just adding in nice looking scripts. You can get unintended things happening. Like, whoa, what I did with what I did with the vehicle tank physics bug remediator script thing I did was like set them back in time. So like pick a position where they didn't have rocks. I could pick a position like if I'm constantly recording the player's position, I could say like, all right, he's fine here, he's fine here, he's fine here, he's fine here, he's fine here. Rock detected, and then go back in time like a few seconds to like here and reset them. That is possible. Like that's a possibility. That is a possibility actually. So that they can't teleport up, it just teleports them back. So like this guy, he's stuck, so instead of going up here, he would just go back from like, he would go back to here. So get stuck, TP'd back to here, and then it can't be abused. So maybe that's something to look into. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list actually. That's a pretty cool idea. That's probably why no one else in the community has done it. So we'll save this block of code. I'll also put a note here saying get player's former position, set them back in time to before the rock detection. And I'll do it like a few seconds before the rock detection, so like 3 seconds before the rock detection, get the position, and then if there's a rock detection, set them back 3 seconds in time and space. So I might work on that a bit more, because that's like a way forward to make this like useful, I think. Yeah, so we did something new. Like this is like a, not complicated, but it's new. So that's we started from this. We got to here, and that means getting like that. So we've done some stuff, some new stuff, some old stuff to explore further. Check that on the list. Options menu. I do want to work on it. It's just getting a bit late to work on it. Like options menu, like menus are just miserable things to work on. You really have to be. You have to go inside these files down here. Yeah, this is actually the spot right here. This is our options menu. So you have to like change these X, Y, height, width options around. Where's the frame? Options, text, box, frame. So I have to move these ones. These are my like critical sections for playing around with this. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, what does it look like? Width, height. Yeah. You know, while I'm being stupid, let's just start tinkering with it. Because it looks so easy to tinker with, actually. Because for the next update, there are a couple little things I want to do. I'm not going to launch a server. I'm just going to go into the editor in the framework just to load up those menu configs. I don't need the wider mission, so we won't even bother. It's just going to spawn us in the middle of nowhere. It just looks so easy. Like I looked at the lines for a second, and it just looks so damn easy. So we're gonna test. First, we have to get the menu functions. It's been a long time since I've messed with these ones. Again, if it ain't broke, client menu options, client menu hub. I think it's the hub. This is like spare unused buttons in the menu as well. It's funny. All right. Why am I not getting the hubs? It's not actually the hub. I don't want to go to the hub. I want to go to the client menu entry. I think. Is this it? No, this isn't it either. I've forgotten. Client menu. Client menu main. Menu view settings. Not that one. Client menu options. So this is like the options menu. How do I get to the options menu? Client menu. This is an old function. This is like this function here is from like back when I first worked on the medical system. Um, there's like other things in here, like you used to be able to like spectate. I think this function's still in the mission too. You used to be able to like spectate while you're down, just to like discourage people from um, respawning. Just like, hey, you can spectate your teammates. This is before like now it's much easier. Like you have camera control, so you can move the camera around and look. Um, there's like a button, like you'd click a button and you'd get a bonus for clicking it, and if you clicked it, then you wouldn't be able to respawn for a bit, and nearby medics would be notified about you. Like, yeah, this guy's waiting for medical treatment. So they'd be like, oh yeah, he's not gonna respawn before I get to him, so they'd like prioritize you. But all that was like, yeah, this is like an old disused function. Anyways, so this is how I do menus now. Like this, there's no config stuff. It's just all loaded in script. Just all the stuff is the role selection menu right here. This is the role selection menu. Just all script, because I can easily just press a button and go. Test and retest. But with configs, you have to reload. It's a big pain. So where's my, it must be main high. Yeah, this is it. Options 1605. Button 4, options, there we are. This is what I was looking for, create dialog. So we're just gonna go create dialog. This is our options menu right here. It's like not scripted at the moment because we're in the editor. So I just want to extend the size of the frame first, and then we'll change where the back button is. So go description ext. This is our zone here. I want to preserve these so I don't completely screw them up. So we'll put some brackets around you. Put some brackets there. Create some clones. Create some clones down here. So X, Y, I don't care where it is. But I want to set the height. So the height is 40. Maybe we do 60. Now to test that, I have to relaunch, which is a big pain. I don't know why it takes so long to load the editor. Longer to load the editor than multiplayer. So we'll open it. Alright, we made it bigger. These aren't even spaced correctly. I'm like, not disgusted, it's just like, this is obviously some of my earlier work. I was never good at dialogues and displays, to be honest. That's someone else's job. I do it because I have to, but I don't spend time thinking about it. Alright, so those two roughly done. That's fine. We'll just try to find our back button. Looking for the back button. There it is. Options, text, height, width, XY, 38, so maybe like 58. I'm going to save this as well. Save that. We'll move our back button to a little bit above the bottom of the dialog. I'll close the server actually. That might get some performance back. Alright. I spent $40 on Uber Eats tonight. But it was a long day, so both happy and sad. Okay. Oops, that's not correct. That's not where we want our back button to be. That's, yeah. Of course, 38. Yeah. Good going. XY. I wonder how I got 87. That's position on the screen. How did I get 87? And where did height come from? XY, put dongle there. XY 52. So we're changing our y-axis. But how did I get 87? This is the problem with menus. XY 87 plus 13. 87 plus height. Let's try 95. See what happens. Nope, this bit's like, this is my save bit. Do 95 down here. Yeah, even simple things take take a long time. Like you look up after a task that you think should take 5 minutes, and an hour's passed, which is tragic. But that's how things happen. All right, menu. Alright, it's getting like down there, I guess. Getting down there, but I'm concerned because I don't know what that number means. Like I don't know what 95 means. I just don't know why it's not going down further. It is going down, but I want it to go down to the edge of the frame and then pop back up. That's what I want. So I don't think it's in like a controls group. It's been so long since I've done dialogues. Menu options, text, put a dongle there. 52, that's for the top. Oh, okay, so we have our 52, and then 40, so it's 92. But then going down 95 gets us only to there. So y and 90 safe zone height. Y, so that's 92. That is 92. 60. So looking at the height of some of these things. 2.5, 59. So we're gonna quickly get like over 1, which is a problem. But I mean, it is what it is, huh? 1.1. And then I have to test, when you do dialogues, like, I don't know, there's people who are better, way better at dialogues than me. I'm not one of those people who does dialogues well. I could be, but it's like a separate skill. It just takes time to learn it. And I don't like dialogues. I should probably learn it, but I don't know. Alright, we're getting closer. That's good. So 1.1, 1.075, 1.05 just to be safe. Alright. Should be alright. So look, too high. So look at how fast that 5 and 1.1. So 7, 5. Big pain, big pain. See how like tedious this is? You have to reload every time you want to change a number. So I do dialogues in dialogue and script now. Just much more convenient. I don't want to put the options in yet. Like that'll take like a couple hours to do, to put the new options in. Yeah, that's close enough. That's close enough. I'll take that. Gives me enough room for more stuff to go here. I got like right away. I got a few that I want to do. So I got like 1 here, 2, and then space for other people to do what they want. So that's a start. I'll take that. That's a start. Does the main menu need to be enlarged as well? I don't think so. Not yet, at least. Yeah, so that's that. So we've gotten a start there. This one we'll do tomorrow. Oh, we didn't even do our like priority stuff, did we? Oy vey. Alright. Let's have a look at our roles. 1 sec. Yeah. So we're gonna have a look at our roles system for a sec. I'm not sure if I want to do anything for it. I'm just reading the chat to see player. So the drag player distance, if it could be changed, then a medic could get the player out of the rock. Well, like a nearby player rescue. So what do you think? Should we add that action? We could add it. It just takes a bit more work, like some limitations around when it can be used, um, just so it's not abused, and maybe some blacklist areas to like blacklist. Like, there's not many caves on the vanilla terrains, so we can add some like exclusion zones for the caves. Like I think there's one on Stratus, one on Altus. Yeah, we'll do something with it. I can't say if it'll come in like this update or down the line, but maybe as like an option for server admins that I don't know. Maybe like a vote, like players requesting to be unstuck, vote to unstuck him for other players, so he can't do it himself. Someone else has got to do it for him. Like Bob is stuck in a rock. Bob is requesting to get out of the rock, confirm the request or something. So like another player could anonymously rescue him. So he can't do it himself. I don't know. There's ways to like there's control structures you can use to like prevent abuse or mitigate abuse. I don't know. I don't know. So what are we working on? Work on roles. I want to close a lot of this stuff. Actually, there's other stuff I was doing as well. So what I was doing before, like the anti-cheat system, I'm setting it to like save. Like before, it would report and dump to log file, but I also wanted to like save the most recent like X number of like anti-cheat detection events. So I've set it to save like recent ones. That's pretty cool. I have to like bring it up to current version compatibility as well. That's on the to-do list further down though. Anyway, so we will close all but our description file. Oh no, I want to keep this. I want to keep our rock stuff. So close all but this. And now we will look at our role system. Let's see, roles. Also going to open up our roles config file. And basically what I'm doing, just ignore this. Yeah. What I'm doing is adding like whitelisted roles down the bottom. Other people have done this, so like there's actually people in the communities that know more about what I'm trying to do than I do. I just have to figure out, this is the same role, and in the role selection menu, it doesn't come up any different. Like it just looks the same, which is like it should say like whitelisted beside it or something. It should just be like, so the way it is now, like actually it's not, is it bad the way it is now? Like see if I can show. Let's relaunch the server though. So we will go server. If you want to see, like, this is the batch file I used to run my server. It's really easy. It's basically like just a batch file. So if you can read it, if you want to like read outlooks, you can pause, whatever you want. I don't care. So I don't use like the TAD, the TADS thing. I just use this file, and you can read what it says there. This is all it is. That's how I launch my server. No big program, just click and run. I'm testing like headless client stuff as well. So I have some like headless client in it here as well. That'll take time to get working though. On the to-do list, but just not gonna happen overnight. Sort of a big job. I'm not up to big jobs yet. I'm still just tinkering with little bug fixes and little tweaks. Useful tweaks, but little tweaks. So I have to remember what these options do. So we'll go into our handy documentation file. Go to role selection system. And what do these do? The format is number of whitelisted roles, waiting list capacity. This is like an unused feature. It was too challenging to get working. Whether players can see the role or whether players can select this role. I know what I need to do. So I need to remove myself from the whitelists. So we'll go to our whitelist, remove my player ID, cast whitelist. Yeah, so I'm out of the whitelist now. I'll keep myself in the developer and Zeus ones. So I'm just out of the whitelist. That's our. So I want to test joining like a whitelisted role and see if I have any trouble. Little did people know there are op4 slots in the server. It was meant like the role system wasn't actually meant for invade Annex. Like I was gonna do like a capture the flag, like 3-way, 4-way. I think it was like 4-way, so like 4 factions, like a 4-way capture the flag. Using the framework, but I had no way of doing that. Like there was no faction selection. So I got it upon myself to design a role selection system which included like faction switching. So it was going to be for like, yeah, in the Apex framework, but it was going to support like not just invade and annex, but also other potentially team v team things. It's also going to be a Zeus slot someday for like public Zeus server. Like the Zeus slot will correspond with like a chair. So this is like the Zeus chair, and if you want to do Zeus on the server, you like sit in the chair, and then you get access to Zeus. That's coming eventually as well. Alright, go into a role selection system. So here's my whitelisted roles. It'd be cool if they said whitelisted. I mean, they are a different color. Maybe there's a way where I can change the text as well. But for now, so good. Transport pilot. Should I change that sound like when player switches roles? Like gong sound? It's just like a stock audio sample that I used while I was designing it, and then I just kept it. Transport pilot, already in selected role. So I'll go JTAC. And then I'll go to a whitelisted role. Somehow it's still letting me into the whitelisted slot. Wonder why that is. Oh, I didn't save this whitelist file after I changed it, so it's unsaved. Oh, Arma. Kill me. Okay, save that. And then the staff IDs, and the Zeus IDs, and the dev IDs. Yeah, so I just made some changes and didn't save before launching. Those are like when you're rusty, those are the mistakes you make. Just adds time to everything. All right. All right. So we'll do some roll stuff now. Here, direct. So I want whitelisted roles to work. And before I end it, I want to find out why it's changing or how it's changing color, and then potentially set it to say like whitelisted instead of just change color. But I don't want like whitelisted to appear on the map. Like I don't want like rifleman whitelisted. So I don't want another role. I just want another UI presentation. Your roles. Go transport pilot. It's letting me in. It's letting me into the slot when it shouldn't be. Where am I even? I'm like not in any role here. Sniper. Already in the role. Mortar gunner, so I'm in that role. The transport pilot, yeah, it's letting me in. And then this isn't updating. Because it's duplicated, it's updating this slot and not reading this one. So this is causing some problems here. So I think I do have to create like a I think there's no easy way out of it. So I do have to create. Where's my roles function? Here it is. Oh, change that. So I do have to create a new role. How to do it though? Systems are so complicated. Like, I look at it and I'm like, how the hell did I do this? How the hell? There must be an exit with here that is blocking it. Get roll count. Yeah, exit with. Alright. Roll icon, get roll description. Handle connect, handle disconnect, request roll. Handle request roll. So what happens if I change like one of these to be like rifleman whitelisted? And then what effects will that have? Is what has to be determined. To say it's changed to like rifleman whitelisted. You do like you roll in rifleman and rifleman whitelisted, then roll in medic and medic whitelisted, then apply those, So apply the traits. Save. Just trying to find out the effect that doing this would have. I could just try it. I could just try adding and see what happens. It's just, this is a system that has to work every time. You can't just like, yeah, it can't just not work. It's gotta work. So I can't just monkey around with it. It has to be precise changes. These are okay, these are okay. And select role. Net update for that. Okay, I have to go into, there's another function here, the client menu, if I can find it. Client menu RSS. This is our roles function here. Let's push back. These are such like, I think this system's probably one of the best designs that I did. Like of all the, you know, like I did medical system, vehicle respawning / management system, AOs, missions. There's a couple good missions in there, but I think this system's probably like some of my best work. It's just complicated. So we want to find, I want to find where it's changing the color. Based on whitelisting. So we should have a function up here somewhere. Why did I use a wait until? Oh, so when the menu closes, okay. Very, very clever. It's like some clever stuff I did here. I had no idea. Hero display name, control text, and then there must be like color somewhere. Select role, arsenal, set default loadout. So we're doing some, there's a whitelist function up here, I can smell it. LB add row, go to the side west. Where are you, whitelist function? Not here. It just is, okay. Not there. It's like looking around trying to find. Here's a color function. That's the side colors for that other little box. Okay, we have our whitelist value. Whitelist value, roll count, greater than 0. Whitelist value. It's just complicated, man. Can select role. Selected role can select. Yeah, now this is to call. Okay, so we have some calls here for each roles data. Yeah, okay.
So it's just spitting out basically the whitelisted because those roles are whitelisted. Won't actually change that we're allowed in. So I'll have to look elsewhere. I know this is very boring, but this is like this is just part of the job. If I want to call it that. I don't want to call it that, but what else do I say? Well, this value side. It's actually supposed to greater than 0. It's actually supposed to say whitelisted on it. Oh my gosh. Roll whitelisted. Roll 2. Display name 2. Nah, it's not producing it's not producing the result that I want. I do want to change this though. One little thing I can change. What I'm looking for is how is like what effect creating a new role will have if it's similar to another one. Um, request handle request role, so it comes in here. Decide, propagate the new role, and then it's unit set unit role. So I have to now look through the entire framework to see what effect changing this variable will have. Do a folder search. Look at all these times it's executed. So we'll check in Arsenal what happens. Yes, you have to add some Arsenal options for it. That's one. Player role in. Yes, Arsenal has to be adjusted. This will set like the display name. This won't be affected because we're still going to use the traits for like stuff. Player role. Trying to see all the changes that'll have to be made to add a new similar role, like a whitelist. Draw 3D, get role display names that can just be copied. What else? Get role display name doesn't matter. Yes, it's more Arsenal stuff. Doesn't look too bad actually. Does not look too bad. I don't want like a different display name for it though. Like I want an identical display name for the whitelisted slots to the non-whitelisted ones. So the menu, it's not looking too bad. Get role display name, unused function. Group indicator, get icon, maybe I'll just go for it. And then that traits function will have to be updated. Roll rifleman. Okay, well, we're just gonna go for it. So, come back here. This is the only one that will need to be adjusted. So we will whitelisted slots. What whitelisted slots do I want? Obviously medic. People want whitelisted medic. I should have, like, I made a mistake. I should have had like B, or like blue 4, op 4. I made a mistake with how that was done. I did for like CSAT. I did the CSAT slots, I realized in time. But yeah, not ideal. So I'm just gonna make some changes to this file. Basically just adding like a whitelisted role. Auto rifleman WL. It'll just depend. I'll just like add WL to the end of all these things. WL rifleman hat. Do rifleman hat WL. Medic WL. Engineer, and no one really cares about. Yeah, people want sniper, whitelisted sniper. JTAC, no, whatever. Let's do a second JTAC slot. Mortar gunner's fun. UAV can't change. Yeah, everyone wants whitelisted helicopter slots. So pilot heli. I always wanted to do like enemy transport helicopters. Like enemy pilots, player pilots. It was always like a desire to, but never figure out how to do it reasonably. Once you get player on player, things just go wrong. Pilot heli WL. So we just added WL to a few of the key slots that people like. So I'm gonna come in here, and instead of just doing like pilot heli, we'll just do pilot heli WL, medic WL, and sniper WL. And then you'll only be able to select them if you're whitelisted. So where's a function call for my whitelist function? Here's a function call. Get player UID player in. So I want to use this bit. Go to my role selection system, so it determines whether the player can select this role. Should they be able to select it? Yeah, they should be able to select it, maybe. I don't know. Is that the unused code down there? Unused code, yeah. So, heli WL is equal to 0. Why does cast matter for this heli slot? Heli, I don't even know. Whatever. So, why is this like this? This is maybe a mistake here, this bit. So, player is equal to west, clients. This bit might be a mistake. It might be pasted from somewhere else. Whatever. Yeah. So we want cast to be like this, but the rest of the roles we just want like this. So I found like how long this mistake's been there. The pilot heli should not be treated the same as like a cast pilot. And we don't need, we can just use the quicker is not equal to function now. So keep it like this, but with the whitelisted roles. What do I want to do? I want players to try to select them, but for it to come up as like whitelisted. So I'm not sure that's going to happen just ordinarily. So I go whitelist. Okay, down here, where's the whitelist stuff? Here we are. If whitelisted, if not as cast, as role whitelisted. Okay. So I want this to appear. If role whitelisted. So where is this being pulled from? Whitelist value greater than 0. So maybe this will just work. So I'll recompile now and see what happens. Hopefully this works. I'm not going to do too much longer. This is getting close to the end of my patience. I'm trying to get as much done as I can, like in these few days. Quiet week at work, so I can actually do some stuff. So, yeah, we'll just go back into Arma. Alright, we should get some. Should have some feedback here of whether it works or not. Go multiplayer, 3 missions. I can probably do it without the editor. I should probably start doing that just through Arma tools. So I don't have to restart Arma each time. It used to be like I used to have all the code for everything in like a server side file. And that was so easy to edit things. I just like change them between restarts, and that's when most of the production of this like mod actually happened. When all the files were server side, so I could drop them in and out easy, and like players wouldn't have to download a new mission file. The rate of development was very fast back then. And only one server. Like I had the only server running it. So there's like no competition. So it's really good for development, but um, after a while, like once it was finished to like a playable state, I released it public. Just, the spirit of the Arma community. So a role selection system. Oh, they're all just riflemen here. That's because I haven't configured them properly. Yeah, so they're just coming up as riflemen. We'll just exit the server. We're gonna leave the code out. So this is how nice having stuff in a server file is. So I can make a change just going in here, and I can just change so easily. So what I want to do, I want to take, what roles did I add? So I added medic WL, medic WL. I added, say, pilot heli, say sniper. I added a sniper WL. And then I added a helicopter pilot. Pilot heli WL. Whitelisted. So, go down here, default loadouts. Add a few. We'll go medic. Copy. Medic WL. Probably a comma missing over here. Yeah, thought so. Medic WL. Sniper WL. And helicopter pilot WL. And now there's going to be an extra comma that has to be sorted out right there. Sort that. This is a bit that has to change. So I have to start doing like in instead of is equal to. It's a shame, but it is what it is. This is gonna take a minute. I might just like change them all. Yeah, definitely takes a minute. So in rifleman. Basically creating like groups of class names instead of like solitary class names. There's a few that I'll have to change. Oops. JTAC. UAV. Plane commander. Now let's add our other ones. So medic, add medic WL, add sniper WL, and then add pilot heli WL. So that's good enough for now. Actually, we'll do machine gunner as well. Machine gunner WL. Full loadouts. Machine gunner. Chuck him in the middle. He's got his commas. Yep. Machine gunner WL. That is above the sniper. Yes. So we'll go. Still going, still going. Machine gunner WL. We go. Let's swap this order here. Chuck this fella down the bottom. Get rid of the straight comma. Medic. Machine gunner. Where's my machine gunner? I like the machine gunner class. Like, if everyone has the MMG, then it's sort of a pretty boring fight. I like having this break-off class. That's that. There was a function embedded, like get unit trait or something. Init trait or something like that. HI init trait. I wonder if this function is used. Trait pilot. Yeah, so there's like some stuff that has to be done to some of the roles, like pilot heli. I'd have to add like pilot heli WL, like just some stuff. Pilot heli WL. Yeah, this is just like part of the frustration here. JTAC, WL fighter pilot, doesn't matter. But I don't need to work. These are just like extended role features. Most of it'll be about like unit traits. So hopefully, say I go. Is it ready to test? I think so. I think it's ready. Unit role. I'm gonna actually like do a folder search for some of these names. See what comes up. Once you have like 60,000 lines, you end up like, you know. Okay, there's not too much bad there. That's good. Just one file with all that stuff. Yeah, I tried like, I even want to get away from this file with like referencing the role names. Like I want to reference the unit traits instead. It's like a more flexible system. So that different roles can have the same traits. Uh-oh. Did nothing pop up in the role menu there? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So that indicates bugs. Oh, I know what the bug is. I messed it up like step one of compiling there. So what I did was in the roles page. There's a function here, and I've like compile finaled it just so it can't be messed around with by scripters. But it's hard to read like that, so I commented out something just to make it easier to read, but that messes it up. So I just have to set it back normal, and then we'll try running things again. Yeah, we're not going to do too much longer. I want to see some action with this role whitelisting, and then that'll be probably it. It just you can see process is like slow, like tedious. None of this is like mission stuff either. Like this is all like I don't even know what you call it. It's not player systems like it's not like parachute. It's not like player interaction systems. It's not like mission content. It's like other like bug fixes and improvements. So got these roles here. They should say whitelisted eventually. It's letting me in though. It's a bit strange. It's just letting me in. I wonder why. So, this is getting passed somehow. Get roll count. So rolls. Maybe it does have to say that stuff in the menu. Maybe it does. I wonder if I can go into like this menu, selection menu, get role display name. What I want to do is have like a display name for the menu. Get role display name. And then I can use like the WL on the end to add like whitelisted text into it. But for now, so how did I add these roles? So minimum 1, 2. So we'll go minimum of 2, maximum of 2, and 2 whitelisted slots. -1. Minimum 1 slot. Minimum or maximum 1 slot. -1 and 1. We'll go that. Whitelisted. So this is whitelisted. Trying to make easy changes. Got to be a way to do display name. I want to see if so there's like another break off display name function getter here. Display name, and then I have display name 2. I want to see where this function is called from. Maybe nowhere. Yeah, nowhere. Okay. Interesting. So I have a function here that is not called anywhere. I must have already had this idea. Unit row. On table index is role whitelisted. Yes, this is getting the whitelisted state. Interesting. Role whitelisted x5 greater than 0. Role 2 role whitelisted. Interesting. So what I can do, if in roles, client menu RSS, I can actually change this 4 times in this file. It's called control text is not equal to get role display name. Yeah, I think I'll do this. So we're going to change all the incidents get role display name in this file with get role display name 2, because at some point in history I had already had this idea. For some reason just never actioned it. I think I went with that like color change or something. Tooltip. This is our user interface. Hopefully there's no bugs in this function. That will be just my luck. Yeah, of course. Exit of that. So I'm going to test. This should work. I have a good feeling about this. Like, what I don't want is for when you look at the player on the map to say that it's whitelisted. Like, I want the role to say, like, zoom in and see, oh, he's a sniper. He's not like a sniper whitelisted. Like, that's sort of what I want to avoid. But that always takes the extra effort, extra steps. It's never as easy as one would like. So back in we go. Init traits. Oh, I don't like that function. That function should be in the roles function, like the main roles function, not spun out on its own on the side. But c'est la vie. Alright, oops. We go there. Get a tour. Yeah, if it was up to me, they would like not delete Altus, but like make Tanoa the main Arma terrain. Just such a better terrain for what the game offers. Altus is tired, man. Let Altus rest. Let it rest. So we're gonna go to our server. And we'll launch it up and see what happens. I haven't been checking like the script log, the error log. It's usually pretty clean. Like I don't. It comes from like it's clean. And I don't make many errors. Like I do, but I catch them as I make them. If that makes sense. Like if I make errors here, I'll see it. Where's our server? Not much in here. Huh? Okay, that's working. No script errors there. Oh, looks good. Yeah, I don't do script errors anymore. So what we're going to get with this, come on, come on, good hope, good hope. All right, so we're missing an image, but that's okay, doesn't matter. See this? See now it says like whitelist beside. We want to change that to whitelisted, of course. So function roles, change this to whitelisted. It's also very close, like there's not much space. 3 spaces. Give it some room to breathe. Or maybe like whitelist comes first. Like maybe like, how do I describe it? So return equals whitelisted 1, 2, 3 plus return. Maybe that. Why did it? Wait. Copy X all this. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll have like whitelisted in front. That's a lot of slots. It's not supposed to be 4. Actually, why is it 4? Why is it 4? Pilot heli 2 per n. Ah, because it's going like 2 slots and then 2 whitelisted on top. This is the problem here. It's just adding the whitelisted slots. That's a problem for another day, I think. So role selection is good. Yeah, so now that 1 slot there is a whitelisted slot. But if I look at the map, it just says machine gunner. It doesn't say machine gunner like whitelisted. Good. It's just now there's some logic work to do to fix this. I'm gonna make some notes for myself. I'm gonna say like, make some notes for RSS, whitelist roles, update role images, and then the actual role. Like if there's WL in the role title, then the player shouldn't be able to get in because it's a whitelisted role. For whitelisting logic, if WL in the role, then use the request role sub function to filter out non-whitelisted attempts. That is on my to-do list for tomorrow. Update role images. What else from here is on tomorrow's list? Options menu. We'll do some more work on that, including adding the actual options. The vehicle manifest icons. Not sure why that didn't work. For AI unit icons. AI revive treat when in combat. And that should be it. So what do I want to test just before I go? I want to try the helicopter. I want to transport pilot. I want to see the unit icons again, just to see what the state is. Get my combat lifesavers and auto rifleman. Get them in there. Yeah, they're still just coming up as like units over here. They're not actually like, I don't see like the medic symbol there or anything. That's still work to do. Still work to do. Anyways, I think that will be it for tonight. It's been a marathon session. But we got some ground covered. Not as much as I would have liked, but some days you get more, some days less. I had some fun. A little bit of fun, I guess. But we did get some stuff done. That's the main thing. If anyone wants to chat about anything in the video or whatever, the Discord is available. And yeah, so if you hop onto the Discord, you can talk about anything you've seen here. And that's that.